Welcome to the best gambling show on the internet. This is the home of the money pick. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Week 14 upsets, and this is the home of the upset. Who has hit more than us? No one. Let's get to the first game. We got the Minnesota Vikings at the Detroit Lions. Vikings are plus 2.5. Listen, I started the Detroit bandwagon, and I'll be the first to get off. I understand the nostalgia. The last 5 weeks with them has been amazing. We've hit every upset. We've laughed in the experts' face, and we've taken their money. I get it, but this game is a little bit different. Lions are the favorites now, and they are the hunted, so to speak, and I think the Vikings are getting healthy at the right time. Did the Vikings play good against New York Jets? No. Did they play as bad as you guys are saying? I think you guys are both wrong. I think the Vikings had an average performance, and I think the Vikings will come with a better performance against the Detroit Lions. One thing you worry about with the Vikings is their secondary. They can't cover anyone, and we know Johnson and Goff, they're in perfect symbiosis on the offensive play calling. We know this Detroit offense has run past balance. But Vikings getting back Cam Dantzler, getting back Darisaw. They should be getting Darisaw back this week. Those are two very good players that were a big reason behind the Vikings' success earlier in the year. I look at this game and I look at a Lions team that is due for a little bit of bad luck, is due for a few turnovers, and I think the Vikings will take advantage of it. Now, you got Kirk Cousins, and we know this Detroit defense has gotten better. That's why we've been hitting the upsets with Detroit. But they still are vulnerable, and I think Dalvin Cook has a big game this game. I still don't think Detroit's fixed the run defense. The pass defense looks a hell of a lot better, but I still think the Vikings can run the ball here. And I'm not sure there's anyone on that Detroit roster who can slow down Justin Jefferson. I think the Vikings throw it for more. I think first team that gets to the 30s wins the game, and I think it'll be the Minnesota Vikings. I know I'll be on the contrarian side, but I was on the contrarian side the last 5 weeks we ran with the Lions. Vikings in the upside. Next game, we got the Baltimore Ravens at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ravens are plus 2.5. Yesterday they were plus 3, and we made it a money pick. Plus 2.5, I still like it. And this game comes down to which quarterback do you like more? Do you like Huntley or do you like Kenny Pickett? I like Huntley, man, and Huntley's stats weren't good last year, but for those who watched the film, the kid showed some things, and I think he was a legitimate trade option in the free agency window earlier this year. He had a lot of guys injured last year for the Ravens, so we couldn't really judge him all that well, and we know Kenny Pickett's been playing pretty decent football. Play action game, him and Pickens have a good connection on the outside. I just think the Ravens do the little things in this game, and I think Tyler Huntley's a big part of it. It's not Lamar Jackson. You're not going to get the magic. You're not going to get the 3rd and 16 conversions, but you will get a little bit. You will get a sprinkle of magic, a sprinkle of a 20-yard scramble from Huntley, and I think that will be enough to gut out a greedy game. And can I just be the first to say, I think this Steelers team is punching above their weight. And we've seen the Ravens struggle and blow games all year. And I don't know if there's a more frustrating team in the NFL other than the Jags. But I think the Ravens defense plays good this game. And I think Huntley makes more plays than Kenny Pickett. That's what this game comes down to. There's not a lot of science. 2 really good coaches, 2 below average quarterbacks. I think Huntley plays better, and I think Huntley has a future in this league. Go watch the film from last year. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share the videos. Get on my Patreon, $5 a month for every bet I make. Link in the description. Let's get this money. Next game, we got the Cleveland Browns at the Cincinnati Bengals. Browns are up to plus 6.5. Why can't the Browns do this? Why can't they? Last week, I don't know how many people, and I respect my viewers. I have the best audience on the internet. But I lost track of how many viewers sent voice messages, wrote comments, trying to talk me out of that Browns money pick against the Texans. How many of you? How many of you? And I know what the Bengals did to the Chiefs last week. We have to tip our fedora, but we're not living in last week. Deshaun Watson isn't going to play like he did last week with a full week of preparation, a full week of practice, and a Bengals team that, can I say, is a bit overrated. I'm just not sold on the Bengals. I'm not as big on the Bengals as you guys. I think this Bengals defense is vulnerable, and I think the Browns keep this game close, and I would not be shocked if they win it. I'll tell you what, if you're betting the Bengals -6.5, I have to do this. You should be very, very cautious about that bet. That bet probably will not hit. On this Browns defense, we saw how they played the first game against the Bengals. Now, I understand the Bengals didn't have Jamar Chase. They had other injuries on the offensive side of the ball. But now that the Browns have Deshaun Watson, we're going to see more ball control. We're going to see the Browns get in the schedule more on offense. I think this is a dangerous game for the Bengals. Everyone's saying it's a blowout and throw the towels at Deshaun and all that type of stuff. For me, man, I think this is going to be a close game. This is a one-score game. I think it's decided by a late field goal. I just wanted to caution people, and like I said, I just want to be on record. I would not be surprised if the Browns pulled this upset, and I would not be surprised if Nick Chubb went wild this game, and I will guarantee Deshaun Watson plays better this game than he played against the Texans. Next game, we got the Jacksonville Jags at the Tennessee Titans. Jags are +4. And we might see this move up more. And, last week when we had the Lions, everyone was on the Jags. And I think people are a little bit emotionally dumped by that. Dumped a lot of money on the Jags to get it taken away by Jared Goff. I understand the frustration, but I'm not living in last week. I'm looking at a Jags team that we've rated all year, and we're looking at a Jags team that really isn't all that far off from the Tennessee Titans. Now, we have to watch Trevor Lawrence's health in this game, but if Trevor Lawrence is out there playing, I give the Jags a puncher's chance. I really like him against the spread, and I would not be shocked if they win the game. I just think there's flaws with this Tennessee team, and I do think for Tennessee fans moving forward, firing John Robinson today and giving Vrabel control of all football operations will help, but I think people are overrating this Tennessee roster. They're good on defense, but their offense is minimal. I just see this being like a 2017 game, and I think the Jags got more pop. I think the Jags got more explosion. The Lions were a bad matchup for them. I said that last week, but I think this is a good matchup for the Jags. I think the Jags shocked the world this game. Last game, we got the Tampa Bay Bucs at the San Francisco 49ers. Bucs are +3.5. I understand me putting this one on. I know how bad the Bucs are. I know. I've watched all their games. I'm sick of them running up the middle, getting 2 centimeters every single first down, and then it's 2nd and 11, 2nd and 10 for Brady, and they can't pass block anyone. I get it. I'm tired about it. I love the 49ers. I love everything about Shanahan and that organization, but I want to be real with you guys here. Brock Purdy versus Tom Brady. Brock Purdy versus Tom Brady. I'm going Tom Brady, and I think the Bucs get this win. Everyone seems to be chasing that Bucs win, that Bucs high. Everyone was betting the Bucs last week. I was surprised about it to cover the spread. Everyone just keeps betting the Bucs. I feel like this is a situation where you should go Alamo and bet the Bucs. I wouldn't be surprised if they won this game money line. You look at the quarterback situation in this league. We haven't gotten good quarterback play this year. So maybe that levels things down for Brock Purdy. But for me, this is Tom Brady's Alamo, going back to his home state, maybe going to his next year's team, the San Francisco 49ers. I think Brady puts on a show here. And now that we're starting to hear talk, Tampa Bay going more with the hurry-up offense, going more with the spread offense, that's exactly what they need to do. That's music to my ears. That's the only way they can legitimately attack the San Francisco 49ers defense. And this 49ers defense is damn good, man. Is damn good. But when you look at Brock Purdy, even when you look at that first 3 quarters of the 49ers offense against Miami, they weren't able to run the ball against Miami. And you got a Bucs team that is top 5, top 7 in terms of stopping the run on defense. I like that matchup. I think the Bucs can stop the run. So pretty much when you're looking at this game, I'm sure Shanahan can manufacture 14 to 17 points per Purdy. But Tom Brady gets possession after possession, chance after chance. Give me Brady, man. And you guys can kill me in the comment section for this, but at a certain point, you give me Brock Purdy, you give me Tom Brady. I'm going with Tom Brady. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share the videos. The best gambling show on the internet, the home of the upset. How many upsets have we hit this year? It's getting ridiculous. Let's get this money.